What's up, internet? How's everyone doing today? I'm actually having a pretty good night. Woke up really late. Haven't been able to get the schedule back to like a decent time like I want. That's okay. It's not the most important thing. Um, skipped yesterday. Normally, uh, I would have been on yesterday as well, but you know, to reschedule game night and still do game night. It's whatever. I hope you got your stylus, your gel pens, your rotating mechanical pencil, your nib, your quill, your your glass pen, whatever it is that you use to make art. Your reciprocating saw, whatever it is, doesn't matter. You're ready to make some art. Listen to me blab on for a while and maybe check in on me every once in a while and see what I'm up to and maybe drop a comment, help distract me. Distractions help, guys. Distractions are part of the process. Um, it helps. It. I know it sounds silly, but distractions actually help you focus. Especially if you're like me and have quite a bit of trouble keeping focus. The distractions actually help you. And the way in that they help is that you are actively avoiding them. And by actively avoiding them, you're able to focus on what you're actually doing. Like, um, does that make sense? So I'll give you an example. When I was working the door at some of the bars that I used to work at, something's up here. I'm on the wrong layer. Um, when I was working at different bars and I'd work in the doors, what I'd like to do is put a game on my phone and, fighting boredom and avoiding distractions are very similar things. So I would play a game on my phone and, I made a game of paying attention. That way, when people would come up to me and I needed to take an ID, I'd snap the phone into my pocket. I always played something that would pause automatically. I'd either play like a turn-based game that ran itself, like Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, but also liked um, the one where you're a shark and you have to grow bigger by eating stuff. I love that game. Um, Sometimes it was Angry Birds, something that didn't take a lot of focus. Something that I could easily drop uh, and then get to something else and pick back up. Um, and doing that, really helped me from dying of boredom. Because if you get bored, you're messing up. You're messing up. And right now, like I'm overstimulated, right? So I have to learn to avoid a lot of distractions. I'm listening to music. And I started listening to music because I really got tired of hearing my own voice. Um, I I enjoy my silence, and I know it doesn't make sense to make more noise if I enjoy my silence, but somehow it does for me because I don't have to feel like I don't have to feel like I'm over here uh, making a bunch of nonsense sounds. Um, I can distract myself even for my distraction, right? Which is nice. Um, so I'm super distracted, and it's nice. I'm not thinking too much about art at all. I'm just letting it happen, which incidentally is kind of the way that um, I'm used to doing things after 9 years of tattooing. Excuse me. Yeah, that should be my highlight for that. What happened? Or it should be my mid-high color. Doesn't seem to be doing that. There it goes. No? Could it be that color? I guess it is. So when I was tattooing, you do all your prep work up front. You get, I'm on the stupid blur tool again. You do your stencils. You do your sketch. You do your stencil. You put your stencil on, and then you stop thinking about the tattoo. You zone out and just um, you focus only on technique and not what you're doing, not what you're drawing at all. You don't try to. Well, you do render, but only. No, I'm saying render. A little digital art snob. You do render, but only after you're done. Um, Only after you're done doing your lines, and even then, you're like in a real mechanical mode. It's not like um, you're making a whole lot of decisions. Although I did, um, because I didn't like to shade stuff until it was on the body because then, depending on its orientation, would change where I needed to put the lighting, right? And the only way to see that clearly is once it's on the skin. But even then, it's similar to what I'm doing now, where I'm just imagining the light and acting accordingly. It's not like a really crazy thought intensive process. If you Probably because I've done it a lot. I've done it quite a bit. Um, I think that's one of the skills that I've developed to a high degree in art. One of my stronger points. I also got like I never did color. I used to do everything in black and white. And so I started tattooing, and then the color just seems so easy to me. And now I'm just like, oh man, now I love color. So, if anything, um, something that gets you to love more stuff is a good thing in the end, right? Discover a love of something that you didn't know you had before. So I was just about doing my really accurate 3D renderings, so to speak, making everything look like it had a really good form. Um, and to me, that was like exciting enough that I didn't need to do anything else. Like, but I was limiting myself. Um, now I feel like I've got the opposite problem. Now I'm reaching too far. On my first digital painting, and I hate it. It's I overreach too high. Damn it! I went I'm flying too high, too close to the sun. Wow, I can't get the freaking color of this thing down. What the heck? Will you please change to the correct color? Why is this so bright? Is this? I mean, I guess it has to have black in it. These colors don't look right today. They're tripping me out. Oh man, why? Why? I swear that's the right color. That's the darkest one. That has to be it. Why wouldn't it? I swear it matches. Here, let's do this. If I pick this, okay, that's like there. That's pretty dark. Yeah, that's got to be it. Why does it look so trash? Maybe it's got more green in it. It's got more green in it. It's got this green. What do you guys feel like talking about today? It'd be nice if you let me know. Had some pretty decent conversations with viewers. It's nice. It's real nice. nice. So I don't have to think about everything to say. I can just respond instead of taxing my brain, coming up with what I want or need to say. I mean, I've had a lot more clarity of thought lately. Um, the day on my walk, though, I was really drifting. Um, see if I can clear my throat. I was really drifting, thinking about all sorts of random stuff. I even lost track of how many laps I did around the park. Maybe did an extra one, which is okay. Um, and just thinking of stuff like letting random thoughts form. You know, I don't know if it's good or bad, but I know my bed is bad. I need to fix that. So you guys can go into my subscribe star and shoot $1 my way, or buy a shirt. So see if I can afford another mattress. Things wailing my back. That'd be cool. You know, I had a dream that I was robbing a mattress from some mattress company. It's getting to that point. My dream is definitely. I've said here before. Sometimes dreams tell you what to do. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they're got nothing to do with anything. You should definitely ignore them. Um, this time, these dreams, they're definitely telling me to get a mattress. My back's all spazzing out. It's just getting worse and worse. And I preach about getting good sleep. I don't know. Maybe I'll just sleep somewhere else. Just throw the bed away. Just sleep on the floor. I don't know. I don't know. Um, but I definitely need to do something. Okay, this is helping. So that was looking real trash. Something about it wasn't looking right, and it's just like normal. I figured it's probably not enough black, and sure enough, that's exactly what it was. Not enough black. I think. Oh boy, I forgot I have stuff to do. So I got special episode on Sunday coming up. Sunday's a day that we do uh, a, my TTRPG heavy metal. Currently, we're running the AVMVP campaign, which is based on the AVP universe. There are some differences because um, if you're a fan of Aliens and Predator, you know that there are quite a few inconsistencies between um, not just not just the novels and movies and comics, but within the novels, novel to novels, are some horrible differences. Um, they do a pretty good job at expanding expanding on the movies, but some of them expand in different directions. For example, uh, one novel says that the dreadlocks come from a ritual where the a painful, very painful ritual where the predator in question, the Yautja, has to get his dreadlocks put in. Um, and then the comic books say they're sensory organs. They're actually tendrils that grow out of them. And which one's canon? Uh, so it's very hard to say. Um, so we kind of just do what other writers do and kind of ignore it, not touch on it when we can avoid, and when we have to make a decision, we do the thing that's the most fun because it's a role playing game, and fun is part of the equation, right? So, um, but anyway, uh, I I digress, as is normal around here. It's my prerogative to digress, and I've got you know a lot of air to fill. Um, so if I do digress, then you'll forgive me. And of course, you can always um, redirect my chatter with some chatter of your own. We can talk about what you want instead. Um, just leave a comment, and I'll happily happily respond. But anyway, like I was saying, Sunday's going to be a very special episode for Yuli. We've had a couple episodes that have been special recently because I got to play. I got to play, and that is rare. Um, and like 3 weeks ago, I ambushed Yuli and I made him run the campaign out of nowhere. It was fantastic. Um, it took him an hour to prep, even though I did all the prep work for him. He was all he was all dumbfounded. It was great. It was great. It's the least he could do. He's this painting is for him after all. So I don't feel bad about dumping that on him. As a matter of fact, I feel quite good about it. Oh, did I push you away? Come back. You can come back. Don't be shy. But um, so I got to play 3 weeks ago, and I got to play um last week, or like last Sunday. I got to play, and well, that is so this Sunday will be special for a different reason, and that's because uh there's actually a story to the campaign. So if you've been watching, um the the predators are just on random hunts, and well, I guess I might as well tell you a little bit about the campaign. So they are on an ancient ship, and there's actually thousands of predators on it. It's a huge, huge ship. That looks much better. It's a huge ship, and the it is it is owned by a mega clan, a very large, formidable clan, and it's actually made up of um, many, 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 many smaller clans. Um, so the owner of the ships are the mother clan. There's no there's no clan above it, um, except for the ruling council clans on Yacha Prime, right? Um, but but this clan rules over many, many clans. Um, oh, is that important? Oh, right. So part of their duty is game preserve, right? So they have to go from planet to planet, culling um, either on some planets they cull, on other planets on other planets they balance, on other planets whatever needs to be done to maintain the species, because on those species are a lot of those species are honorable kills, and that's what makes them valuable planets. Um, so part of the duties of the ship are to um, maintain the planets from which they own hunting rights, but also uh, because the daughter clans pay tribute to the mother clan, um, the the clan is also responsible for transporting members, raising, well, taking young young hunters to be blooded, and giving them a chance at honorable prey, right? So so when the players make their hunter, their Yacha hunter in the campaign, um, they get stuck with these menial tasks. Um, but somebody's got to do them, and they're of no particular honor. So this means that at least they get to hunt. So that it's a good thing for them. Even though they're kind of really being put through the grinder, right? They're not treated very well, or but that's just the reality of it, right? Like that's just the way it is. So the point I'm trying to get to in the most roundabout way imaginable is that Um, if if a player survives long enough, he can actually become something and start to do different kinds of missions and not just be a pleb doing the doing crud. I really deleted the hell out of that. Oh, let's just take it all back. I can't see anything. Let's do it more carefully because I couldn't see anything. So let's do that. Let's do that a scale at a time. I can still see there, but I want to leave a hint of the scales behind. Oh, so did I even get to it? So finally, like I said, distracted. See, distracted is a good thing. If you're doing it right. Um, so Yuli's character has finally made it to a point where maybe, like, it's not it's not a very like um it's not like here go on you're finally worthy of your station, like welcome, like kind of thing. It's kind of like he's being thrown into a horrible situation. Um, which is, it's funny for me, but also outside of the game, he is. Uh, the point is, he is shown to be survivable enough that maybe he can be trusted with more than the most basis of duties, right? Maybe not, but maybe. So we're gonna find out, and hopefully it's a good time because there's been no story in the campaign so far, um, and this will be the first time for a very long time because I have been running this campaign on and off for over 20 years. Um, I'm not like one of those fair weather predator fans who all of a sudden just binged all the movies because Badlands came out. I I can't hate that stupid Predator movie enough. That's right. That's what I said. You heard me. I mean, what an absolute garbage movie. Feel like Santa Claus from Teen Titans Go. Garbage children. But it's true, man. That movie was so awful. That's the worst thing that ever happened to the Predator franchise. Even worse than Shane Black's Shame. We'll call him Shame Black because he should be ashamed for what he did. But even he didn't go as far as Dan Trachtenberg turd and make Predator Badlands. Um, he is no longer the worst evil to visit the the Predator franchise and our beloved Space Hunter. For shame, Dan Trek and Turd. For shame. That looks much better. That looks much better because the dullness was really killing my eyes. It's still kind of doing it over here. And I think that's maybe because it just needs more black. What can I say? I think it'd be stronger over here. Well, maybe. There'd be more occlusion, probably. So I kind of started watching the Clint Eastwood movies I've been watching out of order. Uh, I was using Wikipedia as a guide to see, Clint Eastwood's filmography, and they have the list separated up to like movies he appeared in, and then like other things he did that he didn't appear in. And I was like, oh no, I missed one. Well, I meant to do that list later. But anyway, I ended up watching Bird, 1988, and I mean, it was real whatever. Um, I like maybe if you're super into jazz musicians, you think it's cool. But I mean, whatever. What do you want me to say? Like, it wasn't metal. Um, like it it wasn't metal at all, and um, like what's his face? I can't remember the actor's name. The guy who actually played Bird. Um, Clive Barker, Clive Barker, Clive Barker, Charlie Charlie Parker. I wish it was Clive Barker. I love Clive Barker. Um, it wasn't like um like fine, he's a good player. Like that's cool, whatever. But it certainly wasn't my kind of music, and I don't dislike jazz. Uh, Actually, I'm a fan of certain types of jazz, uh, blues for sure. Um, but it was real like I've never got Miles Davis. I just think he sounds like he's constipated. Really nothing brilliant for me. It's like, oh great. It's kind of like we're like, you get on a piano and you can everything sounds pretty as long as you stick to the keys. It's like, are they really doing anything all that good? Like, whatever. Um, I don't see it. The guy at the end playing rock and roll was cooler, and then Bird hated him, and then like it was double bad for me because um, I have a friend who was a jazz musician, and he kind of reminded me of him, and uh, it wasn't pleasant memories. So uh, said, I guess if you're really into Charlie Parker, like, great, enjoy the movie. I I I guess I'm guessing it was a good movie, but it wasn't for me. Ah man, and I should have watched Gran Torino, which I've been looking forward to because that's a damn good movie. I've been looking forward to that um, since Unforgiven. I accidentally skipped around, which is fine. At least now I can watch Gran Torino, and I won't have to watch Bird later. It's something, right? We gotta stay positive, guys. Gotta stay positive. It's like, but this guy was a real like. He wasn't even a cool guy. Like, um, he's a junkie, and he wasn't like, I don't know. I felt like he treated his wife rather poorly. Like, um, maybe he's onto something I don't know. Um, maybe that's the way you should treat your wife. You know, be unfaithful and just kind of do whatever you want and say something pretty and make it all up somehow. And but it's like not there for his children, and it's like, wait, what are we glorifying again? And I don't know. I didn't. I didn't think he was of any particular character. Um, it was kind of scummy. Addicted to H. Like, come on, dude. He's a junkie. This guy's just a junkie. Like, I don't. I'm not seeing it. You know, I'm not. It wasn't clicking with me. I was not impressed. Actually, like I said, maybe if he was actually like talented, which I mean he was. It's just not in any way I could appreciate. Uh, I don't know. To me, he had no redeeming qualities. Like he was clearly the villain of that movie. So it's like great. Um, let's not the more we think about it, the worse it just becomes a stereotype. Like great. Now you got your friend hooked on it too. And I mean, like, who even like nobody does that anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I guess they've moved on to more designer things, but um, listen to Freedom Country by Witchfinder General. That'll tell you how I feel about it, right? H is for the hero. It's a killer. You got to say no, and they're down with everything else. They you know, at least in the song. I don't know what he's like in real life, but if he's like that in real life, I think he's great. I think he's great. I don't care. You know what I mean? Judge this. Like, who cares? It's so good. The song's amazing. Yeah, and he was a real jerk to his buddy. He started playing rock and roll. Like, what the hell? Thought that guy was pretty cool. He sounded pretty good. It was basically playing the same thing. It's like I thought it did a really good job at showing the progression of from blues to rock. Um, sorry, you're too busy with a needle to appreciate rock and roll. To Charlie Bird Parker. Mm, yeah, I just need more layers. More layers. This these look pretty close to done now. I don't hate them anymore. Something about them was looking dull, and there was a lack of contrast. Black, more black, more black. But they look pretty good now. Even these weird roll back then. I still haven't put in my shadows. Well, I've put in my more local shadows, but not the bigger ones. Yeah, let's just say bigger ones. And same here. Yeah, these are just not well rendered. They just need more layers. That's fine. It did make me miss my friend though. I think that's a good thing. This is just missing everything. Somehow I think I just ignored it. It's like if you ever saw Tombstone. That doesn't look right. Let's take that back. But um, Wyatt's wife is addicted to Dilaudid, which is a substance that they abuse also, that Bird abuses. And I mean, she's no treat, you know. She's like really awful. She's a horrendous person. Like, she's a junkie, and so is Bird. I mean, they, you know, um, I don't think Clint Eastwood tries to portray things in a positive light. Um, he just kind of lets it be whatever it is. Lets the chips fall where they may. Sort of attitude, about filmmaking. He's okay deconstructing the Western and uh, doing other such, like his war movie, especially like at this period. He's, Gran Torino, his own man movie, which I should appreciate now even more that I'm older. Um, but I don't think I don't know. I don't know. Am I missing something? I feel like he did not portray Bird in a positive light at all. Um, and maybe he didn't mean to. Maybe I got the correct message from it. This guy definitely shouldn't be anybody's hero. Maybe that's what. Maybe that is the correct takeaway. Boy, this is looking awful. It looks a little better from far away. It looks horrible close up. Excuse me. Mm. We just start earlier. Sucks because I'm not sleep. I know I'm not sleepy. I didn't wake up too long ago. Is that right? Not quite. Maybe about one less pixel. To put it upright so I can make sure I have my light source uh, placed accurately. I made some really good wings today. I make good wings. I think they're made them better than I've ever made them. Um, if anybody wants to talk about wings, my wings are great. I made them better than Wingstop, I'll tell you that much. I feel like Wingstop wings are always dry, and like I think they're just born that way. There's no saving them. And then like the smells they make, ugh, it's not very good. You guys should try my wings instead. Oh, I gorged myself because I was so hungry. Maybe that's why I'm yawning. But it couldn't be helped. I mean, they were delicious. And I kind of only been eating twice a day. Was that? I don't think it matters. Well, you guys like wings? You're all a bunch of wing eaters. Fortunately, wings are one of the things that I can, one of the few things I can still enjoy guilt free. I end up ordering them a lot more now when I go out to eat because it's sometimes they're the only thing on the menu I can actually have. Man, this looks awful. What color do I need here? Let's grab this green. It looks okay from far, but it's far from good, right? That's looking better. What do you guys think? Did green do it? Yeah, let me know. Look, it's getting the saturation I desire. Saturation. I don't even know what that word means, but I know what it means. Do you know what I mean? This is one of the things I talk about a lot on this channel. Just because I'm a word nerd, oftentimes we use words without knowing exactly what they mean, but we use them in the same context that we learned them. We assume that they're the correct word for the occasion. However, that may not always be the case. For example, you may have noticed that now I've switched to choosing my words more carefully and um, expressing myself in a more cautious and deliberate way because I'm trying to make a point that often in life we are sometimes just parroting things we've heard and assuming that it's the correct thing to say for the occasion, but for what reason? Um, it's the kind of thing where no thought whatsoever is given to it, and um, it's it's unfortunately not something that I've been able to enjoy. I'm sure people who aren't as pedantic as me are having a much better time with things, right? But for me, that it's all about being over analytical and really uh, discovering the meaning of something. Like for me, a casual knowledge of something is just isn't enough. I prefer to have gnosis. Gnosis is my desired level of knowledge. Um, right, if we're gonna sci-fi it, that would be grokking. Grokking is like the sci-fi version of gnosis, philosophical gnosis. I need all this. Oh, that's just the regular tone. Okay. Um, like for example, one of the things that used to befuddle me, um, even though I was explained the concept many times and I could regurgitate it, was lift. Right. Like a lot of people can tell you what lift is. They may even be able to give you a functioning definition that you could then apply if you so desired. But um, could they? Could they apply those principles? Do they really understand what it means? I knew I didn't, and I like flight a lot, um, particularly um, dogfights, right? Um, I was talking about dogfights a couple days ago because I've been watching some episodes of that as well. Uh, what a great show on the History Channel. Before the History Channel was totally whack. They used to play dogfights. Man, I love that show. Um, it's, that stuff. That stuff. Really, really captivates me. Um, but now, if you ask me to, like, yeah, I think I can make you an aerofoil that will actually produce lift and understand why to a point where not only could I do it, but I could modify it and maybe even be able to have some level of optimization, be able to understand what's going on. Um, Obviously, like I'm not going to have expertise like people who have really studied it, but it's enough knowledge for me to be satiated with that concept. Whereas, for other people, it's just memorize this and that's what it is. And when someone asks you what it is, that's what you spit out, and you don't really think about things. And I think this is like I'm accidentally stumbled upon something that's super important, super, super important, because I think the whole point of making art is to show people how to see, um, right? To entice them so that they'll want to understand, to spark curiosity is what I mean when I say teach people how to see. You know, I had a buddy, and he is a DJ, um, and he said, "What's the job of a DJ?" I overheard this conversation. You know, he wasn't being like secretive about it, so it wasn't like being snoopy or something, um, or nosy, or in a place where I didn't belong. But anyway, I overheard this conversation he had with a mutual acquaintance, and he was like, "What's a DJ's job?" And the guy, didn't know how to answer because, yeah, normally, somebody asks you a question like that, you don't necessarily know how to answer it. You Again, if you've never given this stuff thought, like, you may intuit an answer and uh, feel like you should know an answer, and maybe on some level you do have an answer that's a good and proper answer. You just haven't thought it all the way through, which again kind of comes circles back to the exact point that I'm talking about. Um, because the answer that he gave is that that he told our mutual acquaintance was that the job of a DJ is to teach people how to educate the listener. Um, that always kind of stuck with me, and I wondered at the time if it was true. And I think the more I ponder on it, the more true it becomes. Right, you have to give people what they want, and this is when I say you have to, I'm talking about like an intrinsic need that a creative soul has. This is what you're actually trying to do when you express yourself. This is what this is what an artist actually means to do when he creates. Right. This is what I'm talking about. Um, like, you have to give people what they want so that they'll listen, and then you take them on a little journey just one step away from it, and you trick them into appreciating something new and good and wonderful. um and if you got them for the whole night, you take them on a journey, and you show them you show them what real music is, right? um and I think that's what art is. It's teaching others by grasping their attention and showing them, like, hey, there's something here you don't know about. um there's something here you could use. There's something here you could learn to appreciate, something kind of magical. um and you know it's I it's not so much about teaching people what to see, but how to see. And that's the skill that you have, and that's how you share that skill, and that's how you communicate with someone else. And that's what you really express. Um, that's what's really going on, you know. Um, so I really do think that's right. Is an artist's job is to teach people how to see. So kind of the same thing to educate others. And if I can teach one person how to see, um, hopefully they'll understand the need to pass it on, because that's a real need. That's a real thing that needs to happen. They need to pass it on. And um, a couple days ago, I had a listener, and we were talking about skepticism, and that's exactly right. Um, Skepticism is how you initiate your journey towards true, real knowledge, right? And how do you get to skepticism? I mean, it's not hard if you just ask the right questions. But most people don't know to be skeptical. Again, they've never questioned things that they say or things that they do. And, it's your job to get them to do that as an artist. And, it doesn't have to be, I hope I'm not sounding like preachy and like, highfalutin and, like, pompous or something. I hope I'm not sounding like uh like I'm too good for too too good for the rest of you or something like that. That's not at all what I'm on about. Um, but a lot of artists, I'd say almost all of us, are very introspective, um and there's not enough critical thinking in the world today. And I think that's pretty obvious if you think about that for even just a moment. I think you'll agree that there's not a lot of critical thinking going on. And people are like, "Oh, I hate it. I hate it," because like you might be sitting there agreeing. It's like, "Oh, like he's right. There's not enough critical thinking. Look at this guy and that guy and that guy. They're all so dumb. They don't critical think at all." And like you're the one who's like not. You're stuck in a rut, and I've actually developed a test for this. Um, and all you have to do is take note of one thing. That's if you feel emotional when somebody contradicts your views, if you get emotional, you're probably you're probably wrong. I mean, you're probably wrong. You're probably wrong. That's not all the time. It's not like 100%, but it's a pretty good meter. And you can see it like you say something that's maybe controversial or unpopular, and everybody just gets all emotional all of a sudden. It's like I'm over here chilling. Like, maybe I didn't think it all the way through, but instead of helping me think it through, now I don't believe you, whatever you're saying, because you're emotional. Like, um, I came to my beliefs through a thought process that said could be flawed, but I'm happy to work it out. Um, that's not a problem for me because I don't have an emotional investment in it, which is what I'm trying to get to. Like, if if you're emotionally invested in an idea, like, how can it possibly not be biased? I'd like to know. Um, right, I've had to in life now many times, more times than I would have liked, had to crush my ideas and realize this isn't going to work the way I thought. And what I thought was a lie, basically, it was a fantasy I had made up. And sadly, things don't work like that. And I wish they did because it would be really cool, but they don't. And now I have to um, change my whole views to realign with reality, and it can be painful, and that's exactly the kind of cognitive dissonance that's going on in people's heads when they get emotional. So never trust an emotional person. um, um, it's like Shakespeare knew what was up. uh, Methinks thou dost protest too much, he said, and that's exactly right. um, Here you are getting all emotional over something. It's like, what, dude? Did I hit a nerve? You know? So that's exactly what's going on. But I mean, I don't trust anyone until we drink together. Then you may be worthy of trust. Then and only then. And sometimes not even then. And that's another sad reality of things. It sucks because you shouldn't be giving your trust to people, to emotional people. In my experience, I would say that is rather true. The emotional people are not to be trusted. Is this that band that I liked? I think it is. I wish that other band, Mechanical Something, had more songs I liked. That one song, Tower 42, Tower 42, so good. The rest of them, This is, I got this color for a reason, didn't I? This is my highlight. There we go. Man, I'm having a good talk today. Too bad you guys aren't here to enjoy it. But I'm having a good one. I'm having a good, damn good conversation today. I'm on fire. I really needed that extra day, you know? I almost came and just played video games today because I mean, I just need a break from this project. So I don't know what I'm on, 255 hours, something like that. I don't know. There's still many more sessions to come. Nothing to do but forget about time and get it done. I'm just gonna get it done. It's good though. It's already that highlight or that mid-tone. Okay. That's good. Love the aggression. Let's go back to this color, maybe lighten this whole thing up a bit. Maybe add some, blend a little. This looks a little off. It feels like it should be this bright, but might need to blend it back a bit. There we go. That helps. Maybe blend it back a little bit more. Just because it's drawing my eye a bit much. And we want our eyes to be drawn to Fang first, and then to our dragon face. So we don't need it to Don't need it to outshine everything. This album's so good. In case you couldn't tell by me bobbing my head. I hope you guys are learning how to see. Now, if you got somebody who might be interested in drawing the kinds of things that I draw, or anything at all, really, you may want to send them my way. I do give I answer all questions and give advice while I'm doing my art. Stupid, stupid Windows Defender. Go eat a floppy one. Whoa, wrong color. I want this color. And you can send them my way, and I will be happy to talk. I won't, I don't have to sit here and blab on about the philosophical duties of an artist. We can just talk about we can just talk about you know, drawing whatever it is you want to draw. You don't have to always be deep. We can be, surface level is fun, but um I'm only like this because because you guys leave me alone for too long. It's your fault. Um, I have a tendency to overanalyze, in case you hadn't noticed, and um, so much quiet time. I was telling somebody the other day, like I would be a master interrogator. So good at it, and all I do is come into a room and sit next to you. And before I knew it, I mean, because I've done this many times in life. You just sit next to somebody, look at them, you give them one of these. Don't say anything. You just give them one of those. Order your drink. You just sit there. Next thing you know, something about that head nod is magical. It's like that gives that guy next to you or girl permission to just go on about anything and everything. Absolutely no boundaries. You discover all their secrets. That's all it takes. Oh man, I'm not even kidding, man. I know it sounds funny, but it's true. People have just told me the craziest things. Just like, okay, as long as you don't make a face of disgust, which I you could probably do that as well. I think as long as you don't say anything, the silence absolutely kills them, and they'll just tell you everything. Um, they'll just tell you everything. So that's what I'm inadvertently doing to myself here. I'm sitting in silence and forcing myself to speak. Um, it'll get me to wax poetic and get into the little gritty parts of my thoughts where things happen um, on their most pedantic and overly analytical levels. I wonder what I'll confess to next. I have made a few confessions here. That's not the color I meant to grab. And it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. I wonder if that has anything to do with it. Like people just want to get stuff off their chest, and like it's like, cool. This stranger isn't going to do anything. Like like the stranger will not like feel safe talking to a stranger, right? But honest, also, it's not just strangers. Um, I warn you. Um, maybe I should have warned you before, but I didn't think about it. If you attempt this technique on one of your loved ones, it works on them too. It works just as good. Um, but I warn you, you may not want to try it because you may learn some stuff that you do not want to know. Fair warning. I like Pontius Pilate. I wash my hands of it. Uh, if you use the powers I give you for evil, I will not be held accountable. You are, believe it or not, you are hopefully an adult. I don't have sometimes I get children here, but not usually. I think I don't know. I don't know who my audience is. I don't have analytics on it yet. But you're not supposed to be on any of these platforms unless you're of some sort of age. So even if you're not technically an adult, you should be old enough to realize um, that you are that you have agency and can act of your own accord. Um, so, yes, I'm telling you, you are responsible for your own actions. Even if you are a minor, we may be able to excuse some of your terrible behavior, but we cannot take away your agency. Um, hopefully you grow up before somebody has to grow you up for you. That's I say that with way too much ease because I've had to do that several times in life, and that's why I stopped. One of the many reasons I stopped bouncing is you have to grow people up for them. They don't want to. They don't want to do it for themselves. They want to get drunk and put it in your hands, and doesn't always go the way they think they want, but they get the lesson they know deep down that they want it. And don't do that, guys. Don't go to bars to air out your horrible, wicked, pooey self. All your horrible troubles. Don't go. Don't do it. Don't go to bars. Don't go to bars. Maybe I mean, I could see why I might sound like a psychopath saying this, but a lot of people went to bars so that I could teach them a lesson. Um, I think deep down they they wanted it, and um, at the time, I was not an entirely different person, but different enough that I was glad to help them out with that kind of stuff in the worst way possible. You don't want to get a backdoor psychology lesson from a bouncer, guys. I don't know. Also, the possibility exists that maybe these people were just really used to pushing others around and thought that they could just walk all over everybody and just be horrible people all over everybody. Like I said, at this time, I was very happy to oblige people in said kinds of lessons because they really are asking for it, and some of them really need it. And um, like I'm talking by their judgment. They're just like some people are bloody awful. Some people are really, really bad. But, I got tired of being the arbiter of who needed a lesson and who didn't. It's not a not a fun thing after a while. I hope I express that in the least psychotic way possible. I mean, some people just want it. They gotta have it. Is that, did I hit all sections that I have highlighted right now? I think it's time to render a different section. I just came on. I'm going to be quiet now and say no more because I just like some people are just asking for it. But I mean it. I mean it. Like you can see it in their eyes. They're looking for a fight, and um maybe they don't realize they're about to learn a lesson, but they really do need it. Hmm. Oh man, I forgot to do that. I'm looking at the Raven emblem. Oh, I don't know what program to put that in. All right, what do I do to this? Pretty sure I'm using the exact same colors here, so let's grab some of this. All right, this is the color that makes it good and saturated and not dull and awful and boring and flat. And this is the color. This is the magic one. But I mean, this is very saturated color that's adjacent to where it should be. Which one's my highlight? It can't be that one. It is that one. Mm-hmm. I think I've heard enough. I'm gonna put this on the playlist. It's absolutely excellent album. Yep, I didn't even know what I was doing there. That's right, totally random. It's because I like the beat of the song. What else do I got on this layer? All right, let's do some more of that. This should be easier than the other parts. You said with the most eloquence imaginable. Yeah, death and want. Fire, death, and warm. Looks a little off. Let's fix that. That's better. Let's see how it's going. This part of the tail is just much nicer because the shadows fall in a more pleasant direction. Kind of wish this fin wasn't here so that I could show that transition, but I'm not changing it now. I like the way that fin looks. And I just, I'm like, I'm done making changes. But I feel like the composition is where I want it to be. So I struggled to get here. Look at my. Mm, that's excellent. Or when a singer does something weird and unexpected and still manages to make it sound good, that's that's wonderful. Wouldn't mind playing some video games. So I was playing Predator Hunting Grounds, and I've been wanting to play for a while, and I've owned the game for a while, and I haven't played. Not that long. I didn't buy it like when it came out or something, but I've had it for months. So my friend said, "Oh, we've been playing Hunting Ground," and I was like, "You've been playing Hunting Ground? I didn't know you played Hunting Ground." Like, what the hell? Hunting Ground. So I played. I finally got to play, and it was pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. It kind of makes me want to farm the items though. And then I'm mad because I bought like some version with all the DLCs in it, and I didn't realize like I said, I bought it a while ago. So they came out with more DLC since then. And I was like, I thought I had everything, and I didn't have everything. And it looks like they took Dutch out of the game, which makes me very angry. And I don't remember if I bought the version with Dutch in it, but I felt like I did. That's very, very disappointing. Like, come on, guys, you can't. I mean, these they should literally have zero right to take away your property. I mean, like you paid for the DLC, and they're like, so as much as I love Schwarzenegger, he's like, what? We can't can't see your likeness in Predator hunting grounds now. Like, doesn't make me happy. I don't like it. Don't like that at all. It's not very cool. It's like I played Dead by Daylight a little bit, and I was like, oh, cool. My friends are gonna play Dead by Daylight. Like, I guess cool. Oh, actually, some one of them bought it for me. I was like, awesome. I got buddy that plays another buddy that plays Dead by Daylight. Maybe we can even play together now. I don't know if it's cross-platform or what. But here I am getting excited, and it's like, oh, cool. You know what? It's like I love Pinhead. Pinhead's my boy. I'm gonna pick up the Hellraiser DLC, and then I look and it's like, oh, by the way, that's gone. Yeah, can't buy it no more. Like, what the hell? I just like really, get excited about something, and I'm sure it's because of that Hellraiser game that's coming out, which I also want. I'm very interested in that, but these people are just like apt to shoot themselves in the foot. They don't understand that, like, by Pinhead being in another video game, it actually makes more people want to play it, not less. It's like a constant reminder that the thing exists. Um, they're incredibly dumb. Like, I'll give you an example. Uh, during back in the day with the LimeWire stuff and I think it was called Rhapsody, and what was the big one? Napster, the one that Metallica sued. All these record companies, they were putting DMCA claims nonstop on YouTube videos of people playing the music. Nonstop DMCA. Like, oh, everything's getting claimed. Here we go. Okay, whatever. Yeah, you got a right to your music. Cool. All right. So turns out who was putting the songs up? It was the same companies, the same bloody companies. They're putting the DMCA claims. We're doing DMCA claims on themselves. Oh, why would they do that? Well, turns out that the exposure was selling them albums. It was free advertising. Yeah, duh. Who could have guessed? Like, people can listen to your music, whereas before nobody knows about it. Like, so they're just trying to get people. I guess they were trying to get people to buy it. Like, oh, you heard that music, that song, you liked it? No, not if you want to hear it. You got to go buy it. But they were constantly putting the same song up over and over again, and then DMC claimed themselves. I think also to protect themselves legally, like, oh, we can't like just because they don't want to set a precedent that other people could upload it or something. You know what I mean? Like, just a bunch of twisted, Weasley little mm, good for nothing nobodies. Like, like these are not serious people. Um, they deserve no serious thought. Like, and I get it. Like, if you don't want to share your stuff a certain way, and it's your stuff, your intellectual property, you have every right to do that. Um, but cut it out. Stop being a hypocrite. Like, you can't put it on the internet, get a bunch of free exposure, and then DMCA claim yourself um, and then sue anybody else who does it. Like, get shut up, calm down. We're over it. No, I don't even know how like YouTube music works. Right? Where do they get? I don't know where they get permission or what. I don't know how it works. It felt a little weird. I'm making sure I'm not dying. So that's why I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't even remember what I was on about. If you guys remember, let me know. Um, Time keeps slowing down and speeding up for me. I have no idea if that's a good or a bad thing. Like, like, have I gotten more done than I think, or less? I don't know. I don't know how it's going. I hope it's like, oh, I got more done than I thought. That'd be cool. That would be cool. Right? Is that what that means? If time slows, like, oh, it's only been this long? I felt like it's been an hour, but it was 15 minutes. That's a good thing, right? That's a good thing. Tell me it's a good thing. That looks bad. I'll put a little reflected light here. Oh, what am I doing? Okay. Mm, I might be. I don't know if I need to stop listening to music. Like, I'm happy listening to music, but sometimes, like, the music. So then when the music's good, like, my brain turns on, and all of a sudden I'm talking about stuff that's smart, and I'm all stimulated and excited, and time is passing slowly, and like everything's great. And then I listen to a song or like this album. It's kind of cheesy and lame and not very good. Now I feel bogged down and worn and slow, not very bright. It's just not a great sounding song here. Not a great sound. Make sure I got the right color. I need this one. Looks kind of cool. My neck's all jacked up from sleeping funny. My neck and my shoulders and back and stuff. Huh. Oh, that's a thought. So one time, um, one one of many times that I have no idea how I got home, um, as it were. Um, um, in one of the apartments I lived, I had a tattoo set up. Um, one of the rooms was used only for work. My roommate was a massage therapist, and I tattooed in the same area, which you're not supposed to do, but I got to make a living, do what you do. Um, and um, one day coming home, very, very inebriated. Very, very inebriated. Um, Drunk me's pretty smart and resourceful. So when I woke up, I was sleeping on the massage table that I use for tattooing. Yeah, and I remember thinking like I woke up and I was like, what the, where am I? What is, you know what I mean? Like the whole, and I was like, what am I doing in this room? And I went to sleep on the massage table and I was like, oh, I was like, well, that was smart of me. I probably thought I was gonna throw up in the morning or something. So I was like, that or I got lost on my way to the room, my own room, which was next door, sadly. Um, probably got lost on the way there, to be honest. And I'm like, well, maybe my bed sucks, but I got a massage table from when I used to tattoo. Maybe I could just sleep there, right? I just throw the bed away. Just throw it the hell out of here. It's jacking me up. I mean, I got to do something in the meantime. You guys don't want to give me some Scribe Star money, so I can afford stuff like beds and other basic kind of stuff that I need. I mean, I'm just kidding. I know it's not your fault. Obviously, I'm only mostly clowning. Like I'm not gonna be able to do this for long. The way things uh, are going. So if you did decide to help out, that'd be amazing. You know, would be very appreciative. But in the meantime, I'm just like, just kind of here suffering. Damn, that looks really good. Do I need to do anything to this side? Maybe put a little highlights, a little bit of highlights. But see what I was talking about? My interrogation technique that I keep accidentally using on myself. I'm telling you guys, it's real. Don't do it. Don't do it if you don't want to know. You have been forewarned. You've been forewarned. You're mine. I saw a new earth today. I saw a former pass away. I saw a new earth today. I saw a former pass away. Mm, let's see. I guess we should do the next layer. Bloop. Cool, that's a little one. We can do a little one. It's coming along. Oh, I'd really like to. I'd really like to like do some other details that might make me happy to look at it, but I think in the same way that I was like, well, let's not do the dragon until we finish Fang, because then we're like gonna not have anything to look forward to. I think I'm gonna hold off on switching and just keep rendering this. It is looking really good, and it should be the last. It should be the last really tedious thing I have to do. Um, I could have, I could have done a laminar armor or a segmented armor. I could have done some of, some samurai armor is laminar as opposed to laminar, laminar, and it would have been so much easier. But well, I say I could have, but in my heart, I know that's not true. In my heart, I knew it was always destined to be that. And then, like, so it's Genji armor, right? Because it was a Final Fantasy campaign, and um, it's Genji armor, and I was like, well, I'm gonna look up historical Genji armor as my reference. And of course, like before I even looked at it, I was like, it's gonna be lamellar, and I've been wanting to do a lamellar for a little while, not in this not in this medium per se. But I've done it before, and it's so much easier in pencil. Like um, and I knew in my heart that it was going to be a lamellar. Sure enough, I went for it. And 200 something hours later, 240 hours. Here I am thinking, what the hell is wrong with me? The dragon was not my idea, though. The dragon is all on Yuli. And I think I haven't enacted enough revenge on him. So you hear me, Yuli? I know you don't. You're not watching. I get to plot more revenge against you. I'm gonna. Look, you see that smile? That's a genuine smile right there. Oh, devilish, don't you think? I think more revenge is in order. I don't think my revenge is complete. Uh, Step one of my revenge was rather delectable. Now I get to play my own campaign instead of only running it. That is a big, wonderful thing. Quite happy about that. Um, but I feel like I could do more because this this dragon has been no treat. I mean, man, all these skills I've been working on for like 20 hours or something, 20 some hours. It's definitely much faster than what I was doing when I started. I definitely have learned a thing or two, probably just a thing or two, but a thing or two and no more, I say. But I've definitely been able to improve upon the process. This would have taken me ages more when I started, but I feel like I just think it's never a bad idea, revenge. I think it's always a good thing. Like it's something I enjoy. Who doesn't like a good revenge? All the best stories are revenge plots. Have you guys seen Old Boy? It's one of my favorite movies. Old Boy, Count of Monte Cristo. Of course, the whole Vengeance trilogy. I think I don't know. All the best movies are vengeance movies. Hostel, so horror movie, like pretty gruesome, visually visceral, uh, pretty bad. But as far as the revenge goes, oh yeah, baby, that's a good movie. Spit on Your Grave. People are like, ooh, it features this horrible act in it we must not speak of. Yes, but the revenge is so good. That's what it's about. You guys totally missed the point. Like the whole point of it being so awful is that the makes the revenge. You know, revenge, revenge. Yes, love me a good revenge story, guys. That's why I'm taking revenge, even though I don't have enemies. gotta get my, I gotta partake anyway. Even if I don't need actual revenge, I should still need to take revenge. What? Only people who have been wrong can avenge themselves, or partake in the glories of revenge? Like, come on, guys. It's 2025, 26, whatever it is. I don't even know the year. It doesn't matter. It's got a lot of 20s in it. Stop questioning me. It's just the way it is. Um, I'm I'm a. It's not that I don't have anything to avenge. It's that injustice impaired. But I don't get to take revenge. No, no, no. Come on, guys. Come on. Be real. That's not fair. That's not America. That's not even Mexico. Yeah, that looks better. Blends in a little better. I don't think I need to do anything to that tiny spot right there. I don't know. I can't tell. That's fun. All right. Layer after layer. Oh, what is this? Okay. I guess it's time to do more here. This is going to be like the first of the effects that I wanted to apply around here. It's got to have blue eyes, right? Because it's a water drake. The story is a water drake. And drake is Latin for dragon? Greek? I don't know. I kind of learned that Greek and Latin are kind of the same language. Kind of. Not really, but kind of. Pretty tired though. Not gonna lie. It might be the itis from that all those wings I ate. Oh man. You guys know who Maxo Cream is? We're used to finding beers, shots, and stuff on stage. Don't normally find wings. That was a new one. Never saw that one before. No, wait. I didn't do a very good job of this. Didn't do. I did a horrible job there. I mean, I don't even know what that is. Oh, uh, I accidentally some stuff there. Who cares? I don't know. I think I'm gonna take it easy today. I'm gonna call it right here. Um, Thanks for joining me, guys. I didn't get any comments tonight, but that's okay. Thank you guys who have left comments in the past, and who will leave comments in the future. I'm just feeling a little. Well, hey, thanks 42 Prime. I'll be back probably tomorrow. Um, Thanks for leaving a comment. I'm getting pretty tired, so I'm gonna call it. But thank all you guys for watching. I know I get lurkers. Um, and make sure to do all the. Thank you, man. Thank you, 42 Prime. Make sure you guys subscribe or follow or hit all the internet buttons and turn on your notifications, and hopefully you guys can come bother me in the future, and uh, we'll have some fun there. But even if you decide not to do that stuff, I'll still love you tremendously as long as you remember to stay metal.